Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Check the Score podcast. Today, we are back with another UFC episode with James. It's been a while, probably since UFC 300 was our last one that we had together.
Yeah, pretty much a year.
And that was really on the spot because we were meant to do 299 and then we just spontaneously did 300 predictions on the day.
Yeah, it was mash of both, wasn't it?
Yeah. No, and those were both banger cards. And as I think, at least as far as main events go, the one on the weekend wasn't far off. It's probably going to be a future classic. Like, that was a really good fight.
Yeah, definitely. I'd rewatch that this week.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it was really good. Banger fight.
I'm surprised at Bilal, as much as he did, he kept it on the feet. Like, I know he said, "Oh, I'm going to try and outstrike him." The whole Canelo hands meme went viral, and
yeah, no, he still shot some takedowns, but he did a lot of stand up. Good on him, honestly.
Yeah,
he kept the forward pace and that. Like, he kept it interesting despite losing, and I think it was pretty I'd say 5-0 JDM.
He said on Hawani that he reckons he won 5-0.
Yeah. I think maybe the first round was close, but I think after that, JDM just put the pace on, entered a flow state.
I had 4-1 and I had Bilal round 4.
Yeah, 4 was fair enough.
I had 1, 2, 3 Jack, 4 Bilal, 5 Jack.
Yeah, Jack nearly lost round 5, but then he got up and just poured it on. I think he had that last bit of adrenaline and dumped it. So I think definitely his last round. I think there's no question. Like, people say Bilal got robbed. Yeah. There's a certain fan base in MMA that is just absolutely ignorant and oblivious and just praise Dagestanis. And not even that Bilal is one. He's from Chicago, but bro, he didn't win. He was never going to win.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I think as they always say, styles make fights, and I think facing someone whose striking is as good as Jack's, I think was always going to be Bilal's downfall, at least in the welterweight division. Like, his grappling's pretty undisputed, but his striking is kind of where people had question marks about him. And the fact that obviously when he put Leon away, everyone was like, far out, we're going to have to stand back and watch him defend forever because of how just dominant his grappling was. But JDM seemed to negate that, and I think you can put that down to a few of his coaches.
Yeah, 100%, man. Craig Jones definitely helped as well, for sure. And all his work at Freestyle MMA and Scrappy MMA over in Perth is brilliant as well. They're co-owners of Eternal MMA, I believe. But they got a lot of good working over there. Perth is really killing it. I do think, though, we already know who JDM's versing next, but I think next for Bilal, I don't think Usman's going to beat Buckley, we'll get to that, won't we?
Yeah.
But I think Bilal and Usman have a bit of beef. I think Buckley should definitely fight Ian Gary. That's the one to do.
I think it's got to be Shavkat. Shavkat's got to fight Bilal.
I think there's history there. The fight already fell out. I think get it done.
Yeah. No, totally.
100%.
I think that's the fight of the book. And then, because obviously if he wants another shot at the belt, which he might think he deserves, but I think everyone kind of has to stand back. And if, by the looks of what the fights have been, the way the fights have been booked, as we're going to get to, but with Islam coming up, you kind of have to step aside. And especially with the respect, clearly, what Bilal had for Islam, he almost was stopping him from coming up. So
apparently Shavkat's injured out until next year.
Yeah, I heard 3 to 6 months was the word. It was some knee surgery.
Yeah, but I feel like Shavkat's always fighting at the end of the year.
Yeah.
I don't remember when he last fought twice in a year.
Would you say Shavkat has a similar sort of fight schedule and regular kind of thing of fighting as someone like Hamza? They're both always just unfit, or they get booked and then they fall out. And
yeah, I think so. I think Shavkat's more suffering from injury while Hamzat's more illness, gets the flu and he's done. But I'd say so. Similar schedule going on,
And obviously they're both undefeated, but they're both seen as the boogeymen of their division as well, which is kind of crazy, seeing as they only fight probably once a year.
Yeah, 100%. I think talk about JDM's next fight announced.
Well, it's been announced, just no date's been given and no venue. From what I actually read a report this morning that who's Abdelaziz? Is he Islam's manager?
Yeah, Islam, Usman, Henry.
Yeah, so Abdelaziz apparently said that it's definitely not going to be Abu Dhabi and it's definitely not going to be Perth. So he thinks it's going to be Madison Square Garden or T-Mobile in Vegas.
I feel like it could still be Perth, and they do Volk Evloev there. They do Australia versus
Australia-Russia card.
get it done.
What other Russians could you put on the card?
Good question.
Well, what other Australians? Do Shara versus Whittaker.
Oh man, that's such a bad matchup. I think Whittaker would steamroll him, and Shara's not even ranked.
Yeah, I'm just thinking of
He's ranked
Australians that you can.
15.
I'm just thinking of Australians that you can put on.
Mm.
What Russians are in heavyweight? You put Bam Bam against someone.
Pavlovich run the rematch.
Oh
bro.
no, Volkov
No.
again. Oh,
No, but
man.
he's like Christian Russian.
Yeah, what Volkov?
Yeah, no, Pavlovich. And same as Volkov. We're doing Aussies versus the Muslim Russians. You know, that's the theme here, I reckon.
Yeah.
I feel like the like your Pyotryans and your Pavloviches and Volkovs I feel like a different demographic to the Dagestanis.
Yeah.
You know, they're different. They bring a different style to the table as well.
Yeah, totally agree.
They're not wrestle heavy. They're more like I think Volkov and Pyotr are well rounded.
Yeah,
You know.
I agree. Yeah, especially when you go from someone like you said, Piotr, and then you literally go one division up and you go to Evloev, who's like polar opposite style of fighter.
Yeah. Yeah. Evloev. I don't know.
Do you think
he hasn't had one finish in his UFC career? He's got like 8 fights, 8 decisions.
I do think that Aljo fight was decent though, but
that was pretty entertaining. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good grappling, like good like chess match.
Yeah, no, for sure. Well, we talked about the JDM fight against Bilal. Any other fights on that card that you wanted to?
Well, you want to talk about the Jose Aldo fight?
I think that was an interesting fight. It was against Zahabi, I think that's his name is.
Yeah.
Zahabi, yeah. So obviously he's Canadian, kind of made sense to put him on the Montreal card. And I thought it was an entertaining fight, especially for a veteran like Aldo. I think, was it confirmed before the fight he was going to retire? Even though obviously he did.
No, it wasn't confirmed because they didn't do a retirement video or anything, which is kind of, I think, scummy.
Right.
UFC does a retirement video for Anthony Smith and Molly McCann.
Not a 2-time champion.
Yeah.
Dominated 2 divisions.
Based Chad. Jose Aldo. They don't want to.
And they kept feeding him prospects into his.
And I get like they didn't know, but he's on a 2-fight losing streak. He's what, like 37?
Yeah, 37, 38.
Come on, man.
If there was a Brazil card coming up, like maybe towards the end of the year and he knew about, he might have waited, but nothing confirmed. Like, can't really.
Yeah, I think it's a shame. I think if he beat Mario Batista, which I think he did, if the judges scored it that way, then they should have just pushed him up the rankings. Just book him with a Sandhagen or do something like Henry Cejudo. Like
Cejudo would have been good.
That would have been a good legacy fight.
Yeah, Cejudo's a good one.
You know, so it's a shame. I feel like the UFC has wasted potential with this Jose Aldo's second coming, you know, in bantamweight.
Yeah, no, I totally agree.
So it's a bit disappointing, but, you know, still like a great champ. And like, I think he's one of the featherweight greats, you know, so. But it's disappointing, I feel like, you know, this last run, especially Mario Batista, bro. Book Mario Batista against Francis Ngannou.
Yeah, I say, yeah, we do it for the BMF belt. James and I were talking this morning, actually. Imagine when the BMF belt was, it didn't discriminate weight classes and you can just pair up people for whoever they wanted to fight.
Yeah, no, we were saying a pound for pound belt.
Yes.
Pound for pound number 1 has a belt. So
Yeah.
Islam would have to fight Jones.
That would be so insane.
John Jones wouldn't do it. He's too busy in Thailand, isn't he?
He'd still be, Jones would be 60 pounds heavier than Islam and he'd still say no.
Yeah, he'd still duck. Oh, I need 30 mil. Dana, come on. Yeah.
Nah, crazy. Hypothetically, that were to exist, what would you book? You only had one fight. It was a one-time offer. You could book one fight, regardless of weight class. Obviously, make a
pound belt.
Yeah, obviously make it semi-realistic. We don't want Ngannou versus DJ. Like,
oh, I think you just right. I think current fighters, you have to go Ilya Islam. I think overall,
but I think Ilya Islam will happen one way or another. So I'm thinking like, do you want to see like, I don't know, Pereira versus, I don't know, someone who's significantly like, imagine like Pereira Holloway. I know it's like totally different people, but that's the point of it, right? Like it's a hypothetical.
Yeah, it's like a stupid matchup.
A stupid matchup, effectively.
Yeah, go
I
like
think Pereira Holloway would be cool, actually.
Pereira Holloway, dude. Holloway would get cracked, I reckon. Like the chin would break. You can't. Come on, man. It's like little brother fighting.
What
big
about like
brother.
185 Pereira versus Holloway? That'd probably be a bit more realistic.
If Holloway bulked up to at least like welterweight.
Yeah, I was gonna say
170.
yeah.
Dude, I don't know. I think I don't know. I don't know. I don't think it works.
Yeah, no, it doesn't work. I know it's a bit stupid. I was just being a bit goofy, but
Yeah. Okay. JDM Islam, the fight that has been booked as of yesterday. Well, we all sort of knew it was going to happen
yeah.
if JDM won. Dana confirmed it at the presser. Who was going to fight who with Ilya and Oliveira as well. Dude, JDM wins.
See, oh,
I think
man.
it's going to have it's going to be like picturesque to the Volk Islam one, except
JDM breaks the Daggy curse,
yes, yes,
not Ilya.
Islam's physicality won't be as much of a threat upper weight class. JDM will be fighting at 190 on fight day. I just think and as you know what as well, in the first Volk fight, Islam was really pushing on the ground to edge those rounds over Volk, right? I think if JDM's ground defense holds up, his defensive grappling, I think his stand-up is going to be too much. I think Islam's stand-up will be similar to Bilal's. It won't be as much of a threat to JDM. So that's my take. Personally, obviously, being an Aussie, I'm like, of course, I want JDM to smash him. But I just think if I'm looking at it on paper, I think JDM's got it.
Look, what I want to happen and what I think will happen are two different things. I'd love to see, Islam's to be laying on the canvas, but I just don't see that happening. I think it'll be a Volk situation where it's a very narrow, close fight. Obviously, it showed that his takedown defense was good against Bilal, which I was very surprised about because when you look back at a fight like a Gilbert Burns fight that he had, he was getting taken to the ground. Obviously, we all know how that finished where he got up and kneed him in the head, but Burns probably was 30-27ing him in that fight.
Yeah, but I just still don't think that's a fluke. I think that JDM has good finishing instincts. I think that was always going to happen.
I don't know about that, man.
Yeah.
I don't know about that was
I reckon
always going to
JDM's
happen.
good. I reckon he's on fire, bro. I think Islam will lose, go down to fight Ilya, and
What's
we'll
its
see.
17, 18 fight win streak?
JDM. Yeah. 17, I think.
Yeah, because he's 17-2, and his first two professional fights he was 0-2.
Yeah.
That's
He
insane.
went 0-2 and then he just went on a run, undefeated in the UFC.
Contender series as well.
Yeah. He's had good fights, man. He slept Randy Brown. Well, subs Randy Brown. And I know
round
people.
one. Yeah.
Yeah. He's had a few close fights, but I think everyone has the odd close fight.
But yeah, one fight that I think a lot of people say that his fight against Kevin Holland wasn't a split decision.
Yeah, but it was just I don't know, man. That just didn't feel like a serious fight.
I mean, it's Kevin Holland. He fights 5 times a year. He's a card filler. You'll get a good fight with him.
Yeah, it's Kevin Holland just fights to fight, not fight to win.
He's always said that. He's always said, I don't care about belts. I just fight. Fight for a paycheck, pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah, man, that's my take. What's the next fight card? Oh, it's coming up, hey. Very forgettable fight. Merab O'Malley.
Oh, my God.
I feel like
it's funny.
Yeah.
We were actually just before we turned the camera on, we were talking about, these fights all got announced. I actually completely forgot about this card.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I don't know why it's booked. I think it should have been Merab Piotr too. But anyways, this is
Totally
what we're getting. The UFC, Dana's too busy on other business ventures to care about fans. I mean, look, we got Ilya Oliveira. That's a good fight. But I feel where's Jones Aspinall? There's other fights that should be made. I feel like boxing's giving the fans everything they need. I think UFC's kind of just we're getting little brothered here a bit, you know?
Yeah. No, I totally agree. I think as much as he wants to say Tom versus John will get booked, let's be real. I'm not going to believe it until I see both of them set foot in that cage. It gets announced, they get set a date and venue. I'm just waiting for another. I know he obviously did tear his pec in the camp for Stipe, but I'm just going to wait.
He should have vacated, man. He was out for
he's the longest reigning heavyweight ever.
Oh, I think nearly.
No, apparently it is. I was reading something this morning, but it's whether that's true or not.
But yeah, man. Anyways, this fight with Merab, I don't really have much to say about it. I think it's going to be the same result. I think O'Malley might have an all right moment on the feet. I don't think he's going to rock Merab. I think Merab's just going to march forward and do what he does. I think his wrestling is too good.
I can see a 49-46 or a 50-45, genuinely. I just see him absolutely mauling.
100%.
His cardio's too good. His grappling's too good. His wrestling's too good.
Mm-hmm.
And let's be real, I think he can deal with O'Malley's striking.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it if he like I don't know what O'Malley can bring to the table. Like his last fight was literally the loss to Merab.
Ready, I'll say this right now. I think out of every champion in the UFC, I think he is the most nailed on to like. There's no contenders that I see beating him compared to every other division.
Merab.
Yeah, or maybe Pantoja. Pantoja might be more like secure, but like
I still think Merab will just sit on Pantoja as well.
oh yeah, I agree. I totally agree.
But I think after, yeah, I don't know, Piotr Jan, I think I think Merab's just gonna keep just
I don't see anyone in that division even touching Merab.
nah. Maybe in a Umar rematch, but I think it'd be same result. Merab's cardio is too good. Yeah, like he started running in camp.
Umar was the one question mark, and he completely wiped the floor with him.
Yeah. Yeah, man. And it's like maybe O'Malley could randomly chin Merab, but I don't think it's happening. I think it's going to be the same result again. And you know what? If O'Malley loses, just book O'Malley Sandhagen, please.
Yeah.
That's a good fight.
Well, the fans wanted that, and as you said, Jan Merab too.
Yeah, Jan Merab to do that. Like Jan beat Figgy. I think though the winner of that fight should have determined next
Is
title.
Sandhagen the backup fighter for this O'Malley card, by the way?
No, well he fought like 3 weeks ago.
I mean, Ian Gary was the backup fighter for JDM, and he fought not long before that.
I don't know, man.
He put away Figgy early. It was what, doctor stoppage, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was second round. It was ACL. His
Wait, did
Figgy's
Figgy do his
ACL?
ACL?
Yeah,
I knew it was a doctor stoppage. I didn't know what he did.
This fight is not that stacked. There's Marlon Vera, Mario Batista, but that's I think it's cancelled.
Vera's out.
There's Luke, Kevin Holland.
I say what we do is we give Tom Aspinall to Mario Batista.
Yeah, man. Or like Chris Barnett.
Yeah,
it's a good one.
Tai Tuivasa.
Yeah, just Francis,
yeah.
Yep. Heaviest hitters, Alex Pereira.
Is there any other like actually decent 3-rounders on that card? Because I know that Pena, Harrison.
Gastelum, Joe Pfeiffer. Dude, Gastelum's gonna miss weight by overeating again. There's Kayla Harrison, Pena.
Yeah, Kayla Harrison mauls her.
Yeah, Pena's. I don't care. Bring back Nunes, man. There's no. Oh yeah.
I'd actually like to see Harrison Nunes. That'd actually be a banger.
Yeah, 100%. I think Nunes. I take Nunes though.
Yeah, probably. Maybe just because of inactivity, I might not take, like, maybe not, but a fully fit Amanda Nunes, you can never count out. Like, she's literally the GOAT.
This fight's a bit dead. There is Quillan Salkill, though, the Aussie.
Oh, yeah, the guy that KO'd.
Do not redeem.
KO'd Jubilee.
Bro, 19 seconds. Bro, that guy is better wrestling than Khabib.
I think it actually probably was an early stoppage. Like, you see him on the ground.
Yeah, he's high. I don't care. That's so funny.
It's so funny, yeah.
Yeah, do not redeem, bro. Go back to the lobby.
Deep cut reference.
Yeah.
Is Fight Night after that?
Yeah.
Who's after it?
Usman Buckley.
Ooh, banger.
That is a banger.
We've been waiting for this fight forever. He called out Usman after he beat Colby last year.
Yeah, and then he beat Wonderboy. He's hunting the unks, bro, of the UFC of welterweight.
Yeah, but too bad he's gonna just oblique kick Usman into.
Yeah, I think Usman's been out for a while. Like I do like Usman. Like I think I'm a fan of him, but I think Tyler the Destroyer, fucking
Tyler the Destroyer,
Joaquin Buckley, bro. Buckley's on a hot streak, man. He's and then after this, book Buck versus Cuck, bro. Ian Gary versus Joaquin Buckley. That needs to happen.
Buck versus Cuck.
That's the one to do, bro.
I agree. I totally think that's what, because Gary's putting himself in conversations for a title shot. Are you kidding me? Like, I know he's beat MVP. He lost to Shavkat, and he beat.
Keeps saying, it's all right, lost, Bro, you still lost. Even that's what JDM was saying in the press. Man, like, come on. You and then what? You beat Prates, like, you're not in line next to the title.
And he was crawling away in the 5th round.
Yeah, man. Prates,
I don't know how
Prates just didn't finish him because he really wanted to have a cigarette.
Yeah, he's right. 25 minutes is a long time without a cigarette.
Oh, man. He sat there the first 3 minutes. Fight off. Go for a cigarette. Right,
Can he fight with Zinzin? Surely.
Yeah, I mean, if what was this? Greg Hardy got a asthma puffer into the.
That is insane. That clip is ridiculous.
In his pants into the ring. Then bro. Put a pack of Zins in, bro.
That clip is absolutely ridiculous. I remember seeing that for the first time.
Zin under. Bro, go and fight, bro. Prates would do it.
Yeah, he'd do anything for a bit of Nikki.
Anyway, yeah. Anyways, I am taking Buckley. I'm saying round. I think Usman's cardio will still be great.
I think it's Buckley, and it's not even going to be close.
Yeah, I think Buckley's too young, too physical. I think he's tough. I don't think he's going to get held down by Usman. Like he could, but I think if it's on the feet, Buckley like round 2, just like TKO. I don't think body shots. I think it's going to be knee shots, like oblique kick or leg kick or.
Was Usman's last fight Hamzat?
Yeah. It was Leon head kick, Leon decision loss, and then it was Hamzat. Now this.
Bro, he's been out for a while because that was a while ago.
Yeah.
If your last fight is Hamzat and he's had a fight since and
It's
another booked, bro.
That's that's over
Abu Dhabi card. Who was the headline? That was Volk. Oh, that was that card.
No, that was a Photoshop video. Volk never got head kicked.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Exactly. And I remember like or people always post like this UFC 5 gameplay of Ilya knocking out Volk.
Yeah.
It's not real.
Yeah, it's not real.
Volk actually knocked Ilya out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll go. Let me check.
Because I was thinking, I'm like, that's an Abu Dhabi card. What Abu Dhabi headline is there been? I'm like, oh no, it was Islam.
Okay, his last fight was, I think it was like towards the end of 2023.
It's gotta be Hamzat, right?
It's October 21st, 2023.
Oh yeah,
Nearly 1 year and a half.
Yeah, 18 months. And it's not because of significant injury. It's just because he's been inactive. I mean, his knees are gone, but
if that comes up fight was 5 round, he had it though.
Did you see the clip of him at the baseball the other day?
What was it? Yeah, but
I'll put that clip in.
Yeah, insert it. Yeah, hell yeah. And can you also insert now a photo of Ian Gary crawling away with Partas? It's my turn. It's my turn.
There's a big blonde Irish man waiting for the title, and I'll knock the box off of you. I'll box the ears off of you. Bro,
Yeah.
the comment, wait, I'm going to bleep this, but that comment is like, I'll box your
Yeah. I know, it's so good. Oh, and can we also, while we're inserting clips here, can we put in the Ilya top Toro?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Top Toro, yeah.
Thank you. And yeah, you little fool, you.
There'll be
Box the
no
blazing head
audio,
off
but I'll put in the
Yeah, sweet.
W.
Okay, well, that fight card, I think that's the only really the fight I wanted to chat about. Just check. Yeah, it's just Namajunas, Michael Chiesa, Cody Brundage.
Yeah.
Actually, there's Alonzo Menafield, Umar Sy, but
Alonzo Menafield was
he's big dum-dum.
I was gonna say we watched that at yours for was it Song Cejudo? He was on that card.
Oh, that was a stinker fight.
Yeah.
That was really bad.
No, but he was on that card, and I remember I think I had a bet on Menafield, and it was the third round, and both of them were gas. I'm like, bro, how is this guy ranked?
Yeah. It's like that
Light heavyweight ranked, be like.
Speaking of really stinker fights, Torres Vinny. Oh my god!
I didn't even watch that. I was at work, and I remember I think you were messaging in our chat about it, and you were like, "Bro, don't watch it."
No. Oh, worst 15 minutes of my life. You know what I've heard people say is they should book since Bo Nickel lost to de Ridder.
Yes, Finny Bo Nickel.
Bro, I would watch that.
No, the fight we all need and everyone knows is RDR versus Dricus.
Yes. Dricus is going to rush him. RDR is going to rip the canvas off the octagon. It's going to be a comically large canyon from Looney Tunes. You're going to fall down. Yeah, or no, Dricus would win by comically large anvil. He'd pull a string and it would.
He's gonna paint the tunnel on the side of the side of the ring.
Yeah, RDR's gonna run through it. Oh.
They're so badly good, bro. Like I don't get it.
Well, comes out, we'll shoot the takedown, and Dricus will jump over.
Dricus by O-block assassination.
Yeah, bro. What was Dricus Boston Crab, bro.
Crab submission.
Yeah. It's gonna happen, bro.
Yeah, no, that'll be funny. Anyway, we've been going on a tangent.
That was a good tangent, though.
Yeah, comically induced tangent.
The next week is there's it's the.
Is that Hill Rountree?
Yes.
Yeah.
What country is this in again? It's Fiziv's country.
Azerbaijan. Baku.
Yes.
Because Fiziv's a co-main. I was saying this earlier. I'm like, I feel like they could have easily stacked the O'Malley what do you call it? The O'Malley Marab card and put something like Hill Roundtree as a 3-rounder and then move Fiziev to a headliner on this fight night because it's in his home country. Like,
Yeah, 100%. This could easily be on like a pay-per-view. But yeah, you have Roundtree. Oh no, sorry, Fiziev versus Bahamondes.
bang on. Bahamondes such a he's actually, you know what?
Bahamondes is good.
Yeah, Bilal raves about him, rightfully so. He absolutely mauled Jalen Green.
Jalen
Oh,
Turner.
Jalen Turner. Not Jalen Green.
Unnecessary retirement, bro. Jalen
He just
Turner trying to
doesn't
get
care.
that walk-off KO.
Just doesn't.
He's done it a few times, trying to get the walk-off.
Was that in the Moicano fight? He did that
Yeah.
too. Oh,
That was his downfall.
That was so
But
bad.
yeah, Bahamondes Fiziev. That's a hard one to pick.
I'm gonna go Bahamondes.
I think so too. I think Fiziev is great, but it's kind of like a Piotr Jan situation. Brilliant, really good strikers, but they're not really knocking anyone out. And it's like, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, I don't know. So I think, like I love Fiziev, great striker and all that, but I don't think he doesn't really have many finishes.
Yeah, you're right.
So I'm gonna have to go Bahamondes here. I think Bahamondes has power. He has a good ground game, and Fiziev's ground game. He also did display it well in the Gaethje 2 fight. But I think, in all seriousness, yeah, I think Bahamondes is up and coming. He's got momentum.
I still think it's crazy that people were picking Fiziev over Justin Gaethje.
Yeah, who would do that?
Oh yeah, who would do that?
Okay, main event: Roundtree, Hill.
Roundtree. I don't like Jamahal Hill.
Roundtree.
Ever since
Fat Juice World.
ever since the Pereira fight,
I've been a bit. Roundtree is one of those like fighters where it's like, for me, one of my favorites. Like I think a lot of my favorite fighters probably Aussie, just because that's like a passion thing. But man, I love Roundtree.
But
I
also,
think he's great.
I was talking about Hill. I haven't liked Hill since the Pereira fight, but ever since the Pereira fight, I've gained so much more admiration for Roundtree because that was such a good fight. I know he got absolutely killed. Like his eye.
He looked good in those first two.
Oh yeah,
and his nose was so destroyed after that
that
fight
was
as
so
well.
bad. Pereira just walked him down.
Look, I didn't mind Jamahal Hill around like when he beat Johnny Walker and Thiago Santos and then Glover. Like it was kind of sad watching Glover go out that way and like not getting that Yuri rematch. But I think I didn't mind that Hill. And then when he was coming back to fight Pereira, I was like, you know what? He had a really good striking display in the Glover fight. He might do like okay against Pereira and just not.
He's contender series as well, isn't he? Jamahal Hill.
Yeah, I think he was like the first contender series champ. But
he was champ before O'Malley, wasn't he? Yeah.
I think Hill is a bit sloppy. Like you saw it in the Yuri fight as well. I just think Roundtree is sharp. He's powerful. He's got it. Like stand up is too good. I don't think he'll get I don't think there's takedowns to be worried about here. You know.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if he loses to Roundtree in a bad way. He moves up.
Like Hill to heavyweight.
Yeah, I reckon so. I reckon he's big enough.
It's tricky what to do with Hill here.
Because I think that also heavyweight has better matches for him. Like I think he can easily climb the ranks there. Like he could fight a Cyril Gane, he could fight those types of guys. Whereas like the upper echelon of light heavyweight, like I don't see him beating Ulberg, Pereira, Yuri, as we see.
I don't think
he loses a Roundtree, then like you know what I mean? You've lost to all the top contenders. Like
well, maybe you could do Rakic.
Yeah, Rakic.
Zhang Minyang.
Zhang Minyang.
I think Minyang would dismantle him as well. Minyang is someone to watch out for.
When Zhang beat Anthony Smith, I said they should book him and Rakic. That's what I instantly thought.
Yeah, him and Rakic is a good fight.
Because he's high enough rank. Rakic needs to fight down. His last fight was against Ankalaev after he came off a loss to Yuri. Yeah.
Great fight. I don't know. I don't think Hill going to heavyweight is a great idea.
You don't think it is?
I don't.
I think he's big enough though, like to go to heavyweight.
Yeah, but he's like he's like looked like John Jones, just chubby heavyweight.
Yeah,
you know, not
I mean,
like big frame, just belly.
When you leave the top 5 of heavyweight, they're all chubby anyway.
But yeah, I think Roundtree it'll be within the first 3 rounds. I think he's gonna absolutely fuck him up.
Yeah, I agree.
I reckon it'll be bad.
Yeah,
I think this is a I think it's a mismatch. Yeah. I think his technique's too sharp. He's too clean and unforgiving. You know,
totally agree.
In those early rounds, I think he's just gonna dismantle Hill.
Totally agree.
Like bro, like all the Muay Thai training he does, he's good, and he's a part of a cult. So,
explain.
He's part of that church, and it's like they have levels of people that are in there. It's him and like this man. gonna have to pull up Google for this one. But anyways,
Jamie,
to
pull that up.
Khalil Rountree.
Because this is news to me. I actually haven't watched the whole
Dominic
thing.
Cruz is also in it.
That's crazy. 'Cause
Jeremy Stevens as well.
Oh,
But anyways, he's a part of a cult, and there's like levels in the cult, and he's like level 100. But to be level 100, you need to like bring in like a certain amount of people
that's cool.
into a cult. And it's strange, but it's like they're legitimately in it.
Well, Khalil round 3 by Colt. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, bro. He's gonna kill Juice WRLD for the second time.
Yeah,
Call him bro, the way he's gonna kill Juice.
Okay, that's getting rough. Okay.
Yeah, you can edit that. But Roundtree's getting it done.
Yeah, I
Easy.
totally agree. I love Roundtree as well. The next card 317 IFW? It should be. That's only like 6 weeks away.
Sorry, I lost my spot.
317 after Hill Roundtree.
Yep, 317.
Yep.
So this is a very
I think
it's stacked, but it's not stacked for IFW.
The main card is good. I think it's like a good pay-per-view is the way I look at it. Because we got obviously 2 title fights.
Get Justin Tafa off the main card though.
He won't.
No, they'll move it to prelims.
Yeah, because there's... Okay, we'll get into it. So we'll start from the top. Ilya Charles. Look, I said this in our group. We have a UFC group chat for a bit of context.
Called Mick Tapper.
Mick Tapper is pretty goated. I just said, like, as soon as it got announced, I sent in on my Charles by sacrificial lamb.
Yeah, I don't see him winning.
Yeah.
I just think he'll get knocked down and Ilya will stand him up. And I just think it'll be
round 2 or 3.
I think it'll be TK. I don't know if Oliveira is going to get flatlined. I feel like I can't really visualize that happening. And I don't know how much of I think Ilya is a big knockout threat at featherweight, but I don't know how.
Bro, imagine Ilya with another 10 pounds on him too.
I mean, that Jai Herbert knockout was lightweight. You know, the one where he got head kicked, came back? That was lightweight. But I just think it's going to be TKO.
Yeah,
or he'll just overwhelm him on the cage, you know. I think Oliveira has good clinch game and that, and he's great at submissions, but I think Ilya is a great wrestler. I don't think it's a threat to him.
But I think Ilya's clinch game's good too. Like, you see, like I remember with Max, didn't he drop him with a body shot? Like, and then
he took him down early.
Yeah.
Just picked him up through him.
Yeah, dropped him with a body shot. He put one in the liver and then just dropped him and then just ground and pound. And that's how he...
Yeah.
You know. Anyway.
I don't know. I think Oliveira, I don't know. I don't really see him winning.
Nah, neither.
Which is unfortunate, but I think Ilya's just too good right now.
I think it doesn't
help.
he's
undeniable.
Yeah, I think it doesn't help that Oliveira's... I don't think, like, he's still great, don't get me wrong, and I love Charles, but I just don't think he's in his prime anymore. Like, let's be real.
No, I don't think Oliveira will be champ again, which is unfortunate.
Like, when you take Michael Chandler to a decision in a 5-round fight and Paddy Pimblett puts him away with ease...
And I know MMA math doesn't add up, but if you do compare those performances, like Pimblett was just destroyed him.
Yeah.
Destroyed him so bad.
By the way, that MMA math thing is so real. It
doesn't add up.
Yeah, it doesn't add up. But yeah, Ilya round 3, round 2?
I think round 2.
Yeah.
I think Ilya
was Volk
Volk was round 2.
Round 2, yeah, and Max was round 3.
Yes. Yeah.
So yeah, we're saying it's not going the distance easy.
Okay, co-main.
Yeah.
Pantoja, Cara France.
I put a thing on my Instagram this morning doing like a 1-word reaction to all the fight announcements. And I said that my word for this fight was expected. Everyone knew it was coming. It was just what card it was going to be named on.
Yeah, I really think, like, I mean, they fought already on Tough. Yeah. But it's not like tough fights don't count except for the finale.
I never knew that they...
Yeah, so it's still a fight, yes, but it doesn't go to their record.
Yeah.
So it's not really, like, it's sanctioned, but it's not, like, official.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Pantoja beat him already, but, expected. And I think the next thing for Pantoja really should be fighting bantamweight title. He hasn't lost in 5 years. And, but I just think that's not next for Merab right now. I think Merab has bases to cover while Pantoja's just sort of waiting.
Yep, I agree.
But
how many defenses is Asakura?
Well, he got it off Moreno. Then he fought Royval. Dude, I don't know. I forget.
Flyweight's one of those divisions where I'm like, my head's muddled a bit. But yeah, obviously he beat Oseg.
That was it. That didn't happen. Yeah, got it off Moreno, then Royval, Urseg, Asakura. So this will be a fourth defense now.
Yeah, this will be a fourth defense.
But yeah, I think Kara France is like good, like heavy hitter in that.
They just don't have contenders for him. Like you literally sign Asakura to the UFC, and his first fight's a title fight.
Yeah, and I think Kara France got robbed by Albazi from wrestling. And I don't think it was a good decision, but I think if you can't handle Albazi's wrestling to that extent, I think Pantoja as well. See, I think Kara France's main threat is his heavy hitting, right?
Yeah.
But Pantoja doesn't get rocked ever. He just walks forward and eats punches and then just sits on his opponents.
He ate some big shots against Urseg and kept going.
Big elbows. Yeah. I just think yeah. I don't think Kara France is winning.
Yeah,
I think classic Pantoja decision. Eat a few shots, tire him out, sit on him.
Yeah.
Done.
And then go to bantamweight, please, because there's no contenders at bantamweight that will even match Merab.
Okay, we got Dariush Moicano.
Good fight. I think this one's been rumored for a while as well. As Moicano said,
it's a rebooking now, isn't it?
Yeah. That was meant to be on when Moicano stepped in for Arman.
Yeah, I think Moicano wins. I think he ground and pound TKO.
As Moicano says, easy fights, no hard fights.
You can't afford to lose.
Easy money.
Yeah, but he said Paddy Pimblett, not so easy money.
Yeah, that's real. That's real.
Yeah. I do think Moicano wins. I'm gonna say I don't think it'll be on the feet for long. I think he'll shoot the takedown and just
sub him.
I think it'll be ground and pound. I think Dariush is just.
I'm gonna say Moicano decision.
Round 3 decision.
Yeah, it's going to be a 3-rounder, right? So
I reckon round 2 TKO.
Yeah, I've got Moicano either way. I don't see Dariush winning. He's been inactive as well. I mean, it was a bit unfortunate he missed.
Then again, as well, I don't know. I think if Moicano gets a sub early, think about how much damage he inflicted on BSD in the first round. That was like a 10-7 round.
That was ridiculous. I could not believe how much damage he did to BSD.
They wouldn't give him the 10-7 in France.
Wasn't that a Paris? Yeah, I was gonna say Paris Fight Night too. Yep. Ridiculous.
Yeah, bro, that was a tough night for them. There's Royval Cap.
I think that'll be the feature 3-rounder. That's a banger. That's a title eliminator.
Yeah. I think Royval, see, he's already lost to Pantoja recently, but he did beat Asakura and then he beat man, who was it, bro?
Royval beat Asakura?
No, not Asakura, Tatsuro, the undefeated one. And then he beat Moreno and Tatsuro, and now he's fighting Manel Cap.
Cap beat Albazi
No, Moreno beat Albazi. Cap hasn't fought Albazi.
No, who did Almabayev? Sorry, that's who Cap beat in February. Yeah, Almabayev.
I think Cap's on a decent run, but I don't think Cap will be champ.
Who
I think Royval will dismantle Cap.
And then Cap lost to Makayev before he got cut as well.
Yes, but Cap's he's back on a 2-fight win streak. Yeah, he fought Bruno Silva, which was, I think he just looked slick. And then he fought, Almabayev. And I'm going to be real, I skipped that fight.
We watched that at Carlos's house. Me, Oscar, and Harry.
There is Costa Kopylov.
Oh,
good fight.
I just said decent.
Yeah, it's okay.
But Costa's his recent fights, man. They've all been.
It's about time Costa fights down, though, the rankings.
Yeah, well,
it's a bit like a Steve Urseg kind of thing. He keeps getting hit, given the heavy hitters.
Last 2 were Strickland and
Whittaker,
yeah.
Who was before that?
Good question.
I don't remember, man. I feel like Costa's very inactive. That Whittaker fight got cancelled as well. He was meant to fight Kamzat.
Yeah, he was.
Then Usman stepped in. Man, I don't remember after. It wasn't Izzy.
No, because that would have been for a title at the time, right? Who was before Whittaker?
Oh, it was Rockhold.
Oh, wow.
And then it was Vittori when he missed weight by 20 pounds.
Wait, who missed weight by 20 pounds? Costa.
And then he said to Vittori in an interview, that's your own personal problem. And then it was Izzy before.
Yeah, well, Izzy was for the title.
Yes. So it's his only win.
And then before that it was Romero before that.
He's 1-4 in his last 5, and the only win is to Rockhold, who's retired.
Yikes.
And that was decision.
Rockhold in the GFL that's about to fold. Let's go.
GFL already, I think they're done.
Yeah.
All their live events got cancelled.
Insane.
I think Kopylov will. Oh, no, I think Costa will come back strong.
Harry was.
Oh, man.
Harry was saying at the gym this morning that he's like, oh, I hope we get a Costa run.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't even know how old Costa is, but
He'd be click on him, it'll tell you.
34.
Yeah, so what, another 2 years in him, probably 3 years. But his conditioning's pretty good, so he could go like.
Yeah, this is very much a see how this fight goes. This is like I think win or I don't know. I still think if he loses this, he can fight again.
Yeah.
But it would be a sad downfall.
Yeah, you're right.
It's Costa. I don't know. He's so like could have been another Yoel. He's so unstoppable.
I agree. Wait, whilst we're on the topic of Costa and middleweights, and you were talking about him before, one of the opponents that he's versed, I realized what we need for the BMF belt. We need the trilogy.
Oh.
Yeah. We need to lead Zay versus Vittori 3.
Yeah, book it in the Apex.
Please. I beg.
BMF. That's the BMF fight.
That's the fight to make.
No, man. Oh, actually, if we can do the pound for pound fighter, I know who I want now.
What?
Oh, let's go John Jones versus Shamil Gaziev.
Yes.
John Jones is ducking Shamil. This Tom Aspinall guy, interim. Shamil Gaziev all day, brother.
Or Chris Barnett.
Yeah, and the FMF. Fattest motherfucker.
And who does he verse?
Shamil versus
Ty.
Shamil. Yeah, they should do a tournament. Like a 4-man. They fight twice on the night.
What, Shamil, Chris Barnett, Tai Tuivasa, and
who else is a blob in heavyweight? Let's check the rankings.
Oh, heavyweight. I can't believe Tai Tuivasa's still ranked.
Dude, he's looking unhealthy, man. That guy, bro, if he did hard training for a year, he could fight at light heavy, man. All the and the Taffers, bro. Fucking.
Oh, can we put Justin Taffer as a fourth?
No, I think we can get a better blob. Oh. How Shamil Gaziev is ranked.
Yeah.
And that Taliesin Teixeira, you know the one that just knocked out Taffer, he's ranked.
Yeah, I know.
1 fight. Heavyweight is cooked. Just go to so wait, the only unranked heavyweights must be the Taffers.
Wait, are they both heavyweights? Is one light heavyweight?
No, they're both heavy.
Justin and Junior Taffer.
Yeah.
Junior,
okay.
Isn't Junior like not actually? He's actually all right. It's Justin. That's it.
They just got no ground game. Junior got done by Volta Walker.
Yeah, didn't he get heel hooked? Wasn't
Yeah,
it?
and he went, oh, he verbally tapped. Jesus, man. Oh, anyway, okay. If I think we do Shamil Gaziev versus
It's got to be Ty, and then Chris Barnett versus
no, Shamil versus Chris Barnett. Because they'll both gas out in the first round. He's looking fresh, bro.
Can we get Chris Barnett to knock out Gaziev by spinning?
And then
kick?
I think we do Tuivasa rematch Derek Lewis.
Oh, but Derek Lewis just run through them all. He'll win. Easy.
Okay, well.
Easy money.
Hmm.
I love this little like discourse we've gone down.
I'm just. Man, who's really
Jairzinho Rosenstrike? I don't know.
He got cut.
Yeah, I know. Bring him back.
I'm trying to think who's really, really fat at heavyweight.
Francis Ngannou.
Fat UFC heavyweights.
There is no way that's what this guy's searching.
We could just do Tafa versus Tuivasa.
I think it'd have to be Gaziev versus Ty.
Bring Roy Nelson out of retirement.
Yes. Or we do. No, I reckon what we do is we do Gaziev versus Ty and the winner versus Chris Barnett for the title. That has to be. That has to
Chris Barnett gets the just 3-man.
Yeah, it has
Hell
to.
yeah. No, put all 3 of them in at once. And you know in WWE how they do the hanging case?
Yeah,
it's like fucking it's like a zinger box.
Yeah, grab the money or grab
Yeah. Do that, but it's them 3. Barnett, Tuivasa, Gaziev, and it's like a fucking Frangos. It's some
Frangos a zinger box.
Yeah.
We have a zinger.
Shamil Gaziev, he was going to win. He'd kill them all and he'd eat all the feed, bro. Be sat on their bodies. They'll be like knocked out. He'd be sat on there just eating.
Oh my God.
Put him in the Apex too.
Oh, it's got to be in the Apex.
Banger.
It has to be in the Apex.
Banger. Yeah.
It has to be in the Apex. If it's not, I don't want to see it.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay, where were we? We were talking about.
Oh man, I don't remember. We're talking about the FMF belt.
We were talking about 317. We're talking about Justin Tafa on the main card.
Oh, I think we're done with 317 because we just spoke about Paulo Costa.
Yeah, Paulo Costa, Kopylov. Yeah.
318.
Yeah.
Holloway Poirier.
Yeah, this look, I love this fight and I love that it's the headliner, but I also don't love that it's a headliner because the BMF means nothing.
Yeah, and I also think in a way I do wish we got Holloway Oliveira.
That'd be
If Holloway wins, they
I think
can still do that.
I think it's a bit poetic that like Holloway's first fight in the UFC was Dustin, and then Dustin's last fight's gonna be Holloway.
Yeah, it's a good legacy matchup, even though it's the third time round.
I can't believe that Dustin asked for Ilya though. That is insane. The fact that he said, I'll take Ilya. He wanted Ilya, or who was the other one he wanted? Charles, I think.
Yeah, that would have been. I think he wouldn't win.
Out of those, like I wouldn't have minded seeing Ilya Dustin. I mean, we all know how it's going to end. Even Charles Dustin, as you said, Max Dustin. I just didn't want to see the Gaethje rematch. Like we've seen that. Like that wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, I feel like this must be one of the first UFC trilogies that has never involved a title.
Delete Vittori 3.
Yes. Come on, man. Dana, what are you waiting for? Sign the contract, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We want to see it.
Yeah.
The fans want it in the Apex.
Yeah, and maybe do like co-main, like Spivak versus Derek Lewis.
Spivak.
Do something really good.
Really good. Yeah.
Spivak versus Gaziev. That would be.
Actually, can you match the Tafa brothers against each other?
Best, yeah. We'll make the most Apex card. Yeah, and yeah.
You should do that. You should make you should put every fighter into a petition, and then the fans vote what they want in an Apex card.
Hell yeah.
That'd be so goated.
Hell yeah.
And we make our own main card. It's a fight night anyway. It's not a pay per view.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And it's just an Apex card.
Yeah. W. Anyway, we were talking about 318. Max versus Dustin in New Orleans. Did you hear that Dustin asked Lil Wayne to walk out with him?
Yeah, if Tank Davis can get Chief Keef, Poirier can definitely get Lil Wayne.
Tank with Chief Keef that's tough.
What song is he going to walk out to?
Millie?
Yeah, I guess.
Let it all work out.
Yeah, I get Samford in there as well. They all work out together. Yeah.
All right, let's do this. Dustin's going to be walking out with Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
You have one Lil Wayne song that you hear when he walks out, and Lil Wayne's doing it. What song would you want to hear?
Long story short.
Ooh.
But that's not like a going to a fight song.
Yeah, I was gonna say like I think my favorite Lil Wayne song, one of yours, I know it is Receipt.
Receipt's good. You know what? That wouldn't be too bad.
I gotta hold on.
Or isn't Lil Wayne from Louisiana?
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah,
because they're both from New Orleans.
What
else? Lil Wayne, a Millie. Oh, 6 foot, 7 foot. Oh my god, that would go so hard.
Dude got money, bro.
6 foot, 7.
Blunt blowing.
Yeah. No, 6 foot, 7 foot would go tough. That would be tough.
Oh yeah. Okay, actual picks though on this fight. I think Holloway decision. I think Holloway. I don't know.
I think if it goes to decision, they'll give it to Dustin. I think that's just gonna happen.
Yeah, I don't think Holloway will KO him. Actually.
Wait, do you know what would be insane?
No, I do think Holloway wins. I do think Holloway is too quick.
I think he wins, but do you know what would be insane? Dustin guillotine.
That would be fairy tale ending. Hell yeah.
That would be insane.
Hell yeah. And then Shamil Gaziev walks in. And then it's like the Michael Bay text.
Can we get Shamil Gaziev to present the BMF belt?
Yeah. No, the FMF belt. Baddest motherfucker presented. Right. And then
this is not hate, by the way. This is love. Like this is like
yeah, I love him so much. So good.
Go on.
Co-main should be Lindsay Vittori 3.
Yeah. To lead Vittori 3.
Get it done.
Get it done.
Book it. But instead,
Can we make it for BMF belt boringest motherfucker?
Yeah, no. So we have the BMF title. It's all in the stadium, but then co-main all the stream cuts to the Apex to Lindsay Vittori 3 Apex. Everyone, no, it's just done.
Piss break.
Imagine like Holloway and Poirier walk out, and then you're like, oh my god, there's more music. What's that? And there's a third opponent.
Shamil gets it. Yeah. Shamil. Oh, this is so good.
Okay.
I'm pissing myself laughing. This is so funny.
All right, we've said enough about this card. It's a good fight, I think. Kind of predictable. Like we knew it was coming.
Yeah.
It's got announced like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. But genuinely as a co-main, what would you want to see? Like a 5-round fight. I think if Imavov doesn't step in for
Imavov Baralo would be good. This card needs something like that.
That's what I'm thinking. So I think if Imavov doesn't end up, because he's the backup fighter for Hamzat and Dricus, which we'll get to. But if they won't do it then because it's before that. They can't.
Yeah, this is about a month before.
Yeah, they can't do it. So it'd be Baralo.
I think it would be great if they did it on the same card as Dricus comes out. It's a big middle. We've got a middleweight title eliminator. Then we got the title result at middleweight.
Yeah.
And then comes out or Dricus pull out, either one of Baralo or Imavov can go in as a backup.
The timelines match up as well, which would make sense. Well, actually, I've heard that Strickland has a fight booked. Because look, let's be real. They were meant to book RDR Robert Whittaker versus Sean Strickland, but they've booked RDR versus Whittaker now. So Strickland needs.
It could be Strickland. Strickland's already beat Imavov.
It's going to be Izzy. I don't want it, but it's going to be Izzy.
Yeah, I don't want it either. I really think Whittaker and Strickland was a missed opportunity.
I agree. I can't believe that
Whittaker called for it as well.
2 former champions. Yeah, Whittaker called for it. As soon as he lost to Dricus, he goes, yeah, I'll take the Sean fight.
Yeah. Which
I think stylistically favours Rob.
Yeah. I do think Rob beats RDR. That is the next fight night we're going to talk about. I think we only bother talking about the main event.
Yeah. Reinier de Ridder versus Rob Whittaker. Obviously, Reinier de Ridder only a couple of weeks ago beat Bo Nickel. Got absolutely fraud checked.
Yeah, bum nickel.
So bad. Cody Brunage odds.
Yeah. I think Whittaker. I think de Ridder's good. He's kind of got that Dricus style. This is almost Whittaker Dricus 2. Double champ, 1FC, but I think I don't know. Reinier de Ridder, when he first started UFC, I was like, ooh, that GM3 fight didn't look great. But you know what? He looked great against Bo Nickel. I think he did everything he needed to do. I think his goofiness is impactful.
Was his first fight in the UFC?
Gerald Meerschaert. And then it was...
Kevin Holland. I thought it was Kevin Holland, but that was the fight after.
Yeah, he debuted in...
Because Kevin Holland
the Apex.
God, I love that stadium.
Yeah, man.
People say that,
love the Apex.
Like the Bernabeu in Spain and Old Trafford, and even some people say Suncorp. Oh, well, actually, you've been to Suncorp.
Shout out Harry Duff.
And but honestly, I think the Apex beats them all.
Yeah, man. Apex is just the best. Love it.
Book it. Vittori deletes A3, please.
Dana, do you need me to say it again?
But yeah,
I don't know, man. I think Whittaker is... What if he gets face cranked again? I love Rob.
That photo that Cormier posted was so ugly.
Yeah.
That was ridiculous.
I put DC in the FMF tournament.
Yes.
DC, 315 pounds. 400 pounds, Daniel Cormier. Yeah, man. It's a hard one to pick because Whittaker is he's great, but then it's I don't know, man. I just worry about his chin.
He's had a really weird, series of wins. Obviously, everyone expected him to beat Costa. People thought he would beat Dricus, but Dricus obviously, round 1 finish? Then Hamza,
round two.
Round 2. But then Hamza, that was so ugly. That was actually an ugly finish.
Yeah, Lisa Liskarov was great. Look, honestly, I still think I'm going to have to pick Robert Whittaker. in this matchup against de Ridder. I think de Ridder is unpredictable, and he is very much like Dricus, like just fuck it, just walk forward and punch,
Yeah.
But I think Whittaker is calculated. I think he just needs to stay calm in there. He needs to just be in the right mindset when he fights, and I think he can get it done. I think
up the Gracie Jiu-Jitsu.
yeah, hell yeah.
W.
But that's my pick. But I
Yeah.
think Whittaker decision still.
Yeah,
Or
absolutely.
round 3 to 4 finish. But I still think de Ridder's good.
Yeah.
So they got 2 losses, and that's the heavyweight champion, 1FC.
Yeah, you're right. And finally, the only other fight that's been booked is Dricus versus Hamza.
Oh yeah.
Such a banger. It needed to be booked, but I think this is like, out of every fight that's been said so far, I think I'm looking forward to this one the most, even over Ilya.
No, I think Ilya's good.
Nah, man. I think Dricus Hamzat is going to be absolutely insane.
Yeah, because Hamzat's can take down and Dricus jump over him, bro.
Yeah, Boston Crab.
Yeah. Boston Crab him, yeah. Yeah, but look, I think I wasn't a big fan of Dricus at first, and I've really grown fond of him. I think he 10-8s everyone at press conferences, just makes them cry.
And Hamzat's got so much, like, he's got so many skeletons in the closet that Dricus can just...
Oh, dude. Yeah, bro, just bring
it's
bring
bad.
everything about the
We can talk about...
What's the guy? What's the... What's the warlord that Hamzat's forced to hang out with?
Oh, bro. And then even like, bro, how about Dricus? Obviously, he's throwing shade at him. But remember when we went to the press conference in Sydney and Sean was throwing shade on him?
Yeah, man.
He's calling him like, oh, man. I can't even say it. Like,
I won't say it.
Yeah.
But
it was bad.
I think... I don't know. I mean, look, Hamzat was pretty calm, but then again, his last fight was like in the Whittaker fight, like in the presses, he seemed chill.
Whittaker's not that type of guy though. Like,
no, I even think if Strickland fought Whittaker, Strickland wouldn't say much.
Yeah, because he has respect for Whittaker.
Yeah, 100%. Whittaker's just a family guy, isn't he? Lois. Anyways, yeah. I think Dricus could like just tear him one.
I've got Hamzat round 3.
I think Dricus would win round 4 or 5.
I agree.
3, 4, 5.
I agree.
But I think Hamzat will probably get it done in the first 2. Which is unfortunate because I've been enjoying Dricus a lot.
Hamzat sub.
Oh, I reckon. Oh, it's tricky. Yeah, Hamzat sub. Dricus is so big as well, though.
Yeah, I know. He's got the same build as Reinier de Ridder too, which is hilarious.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. I do think though. I think Hamzat's pretty unstoppable. Unless Dricus Boston crabs him.
I've got a theory. If Reinier de Ridder beats Whittaker and Hamzat beats Dricus, we get Dricus Reinier de Ridder.
Oh man,
we do.
Yeah,
because he'll be ranked 5.
Dricus, I really do want that to happen. That would be the perfect reality.
Give me Apex headliner.
Yes, co-main, Delidsey Vittori.
Can we get Delidsey Vittori for like a fight night once a year?
Yeah, bro.
2028, we get Delidsey Vittori 6 or something.
I want like 4 more of them. I want to get up to like 7.
Yeah, W.
6 or 7.
The last one was so entertaining.
Yeah, it's a great fight. I really liked it.
Yeah, well done, Hunter Campbell. Well done.
I think we've covered most.
Yeah, that's it.
Most of the fights.
Last thing I want to do before we go. I mean, we've talked a lot about hypotheticals, but give me a realistic. Obviously, we've been given headliners for the Max Dustin card, and we've been given a headliner for the Dricus Hamzat card.
Yeah.
Give me 2 fights you'd like to see on either or the cards. Can be 5, can be 3 rounder. I'd like to see.
Obviously, Imavov Baralo for the first one.
I'd like to see Armin Gaethje as a 5 rounder on one of them. Give me Armin Gaethje on the Dricus card.
Yep. Co-main.
That'd be such a banger.
Then feature fight, I think, do Baralo, Imavov. No, it'd be the other way. When you do Armin Gaethje on Poirier Holloway, swap them around.
Yeah,
right?
I agree. Yeah, it'd have to be that way. Yeah. What about just a random 3 rounder?
I think throw in like Brian Ortega, Sterling, Aljo Sterling.
Yeah, we were talking about that this morning. That's a
good fight.
That'd be a good fight.
And then Yair Diego Lopez.
No, they'll save that for Noche in September. They'll save that because they're both Mexican.
How's Diego Mexican?
He moved there when he was 19, and he fights out of Mexico.
I thought he was Brazilian.
No, well, he fights at the same gym as Grasso.
Baddie.
That's
my wife, you know.
Yeah, she is pretty good looking. But have you seen the clip of when Noche last year? So obviously it was Lopez versus Ortega, and Lopez beat Ortega. He goes into the change room, gets Grasso's corner gear on, and goes out for her 5 round, literally right after. Because they train together.
Yeah, no, I know he did that straight away. So yeah, I think
they'll save that for Noche because that is the fight they make 100%. Lerone Murphy versus Gene Silva. That's a fight I'd love to see.
Yes, that's a good thing as well because I think Murphy, there's a bit of an issue there. He's undefeated and he's beating people, but he's very boring. He's just a
Gene Silva's such a good fighter. He's so
entertaining. He's a featherweight Leon Edwards, right?
Yeah.
And so I think if he beats Gene Silva, it makes him look really, really entertaining. And if Gene Silva beats him, that's a prospect.
I'd say if he beats Gene Silva, then he has one more fight until he has a title shot. He has one.
I think he wins. I think Lerone honestly got a bit fraud checked by Ige.
Oh, what about Emmett?
Yeah, that Emmett fight was a stinker.
Yeah, it was pretty boring.
Let's book a rematch.
Oh,
yeah,
hell
yeah.
Apex headliner.
Okay, Gene Silva, Lerone Murphy. That's a good one.
Any more? I mean, we said Rakic versus
I actually do want Brendan Allen, Marvin Vettori. That should happen.
Well, who did we say? We said Rakic versus who's the light heavyweight we were talking about before? He should fight.
Ooh, I know. Zhang Min Yang.
That's who we said.
Johnny Walker.
Oh my god!
In the war room. I just want to see another goofy Johnny Walker knockout.
In the war room?
Yeah. Sipping on Johnny Walker.
5 rounds.
Room. I actually went to a hotel and there was a guy mopping in the lobby.
That's pretty crazy. You know, I read a verse in the Bible. It was telling me to buy Bitcoin. The verse read, buy Bitcoin.
Wow. You know, they're going to make the Church of AI.
The Buddha.
Yeah, they'll make an AI religion. People start praising it.
The F students.
Oh, they're so fucking creative. They can't even stand class.
Okay. I think that's all where we're going to leave it, to be honest.
Yeah. Just a sec, bro.
I'm losing my mind, bro. And that's where we're going to leave it today. We digressed a little bit into stuff that's probably not fit for the platform.
I don't know what you're talking about. That part.
I think the main takeaway out of this entire podcast, you know what, for this announcement.
Oh, I know what the main takeaway is.
Ridder, Vettori 3. I've decided we're taking away the microphone bar thing. Thank you for listening. Thank you for James for coming on. I think we had a bit of a good yarn. It was definitely a bit of a funnier episode, and but I think the main takeaway is book Vettori Ridder 3 Apex, please.
Yep. And we're gonna do Tuivasa versus
Shamil Gaziev, and the winner fights Chris Barnett.
Yep.
That's got to happen.
Who can gas out first?
Yeah. That's the goal of the fight.
That's the goal.
Too easy. All right. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you next time.